open up for questions.
Well, for all three of you can comment on this. Tell me about the poise and the confidence you had in the fourth quarter. It was evident by the way you played on both ends of the floor. But what did the team kind of find within itself to pull this one out?
Well, every time after anything happened, after any sequence of events, we huddled together and said, I got you, I got you. You know, just rallying together as one. And, you know, we just kept our poise and like under control and like made sure that we were doing the little things, all the fundamentals, not breaking fundamentals, and, you know, just completing a full quarter.
I think that we played basically team defense, team offense. We just worked as a team. We made sure that we wasn't fouling and what was contributing on the other end.
Yeah, basically what they said. We didn't all just play on one end of the floor because we need offense and defense. So we all just worked together, made sure we was in help side and it wasn't a one-man game.
Ja'Myra, you mentioned that, and Cece and Delshane, you can speak to this too. I got the sense that they got rattled out there a little bit. How gratifying is it to defend your way to the point where they were in a rush, you know, made some mistakes? You know, how much does that kind of feed your own desire to keep going at it?
That was definitely like an energy booster for us. Like it was like, yeah, now they scared of us. Now we up. Like when they got down to us, it was like they took plays off. Like they really didn't care. Like, and then when we got back in the game, it was scary for them. They didn't think we was gonna win at the end.
Definitely, we use that to our advantage and like let it propel us in like momentum. You know, we thrive off the energy. You know.
Delshane, tell me about the steal. Looks like you just straight up swiped it. I mean,
Give me that.
What did you sense on that one?
I mean, well, I just always look to play defense because that's really the start to my offense because we always looking to run. So I'm like, just sit, don't let her take you. It's a clutch in the game. So just play straight up deep.
For all three of you, Cece, I saw you take off up into the crowd after the game, and you guys celebrated and earned the right to celebrate. You know, you got the win against Evansville a couple weeks ago, but this is different. This is beating a top-level Valley team. What was your emotions after the game?
Well, me personally speaking, my parents surprised me. They flew all the way out from New York to here to watch this game, and I didn't know they were coming. So that's why I ran up into the stands, and like just having them there to like witness our win for us, and you know it was pretty awesome. It's a lot of emotions, and like, for my dad, especially because he's the reason why I'm still playing. He's the reason why I started playing basketball, and like I go so hard, especially for him. So to get that win in front of him it was a lot. You know.
When did you find out they were here?
Literally at halftime. Right before halftime, there was a free throw. My dad screamed my name, and I'm looking back like, who sounds like my dad? And it was him.
Is that the first time they've seen you play in college?
No. Just here.
Just
here.
here?
The first time here, yeah.
What about the two of you? Where were you? I saw you guys jumping around, but you know, just it's got to be a relief too. I mean, it's there's probably a lot of emotions, I would think.
I definitely feel like it was definitely something that our team can take away from this. Like we can actually compete with teams if we put our mind to it and put our energy to it. We can actually like play with teams. So it was definitely a team energy thing for us.
It was really exciting. Like I feel like everybody about to be smiling for weeks. Like we needed this win. We're gonna keep going, pushing, getting better, and don't stop.
Yeah, hopefully you have it carry over into Drake, you know.
Yes.
We need that momentum, you know, start off against them because, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot, you know, in the women's schedule the way it is, you guys don't get too much time to really let it sink in, unfortunately.
Oh, I got class tomorrow in the morning and then back to the books the next day.
Right.
It's like, right.
Back to the lab to work on what we gotta do for Drake.
Right.
But what does it also mean to kind of have some justification of the hard work you've put in? You haven't had a lot of wins to kind of justify what you guys have been going through. Now you have a nice one. What does that mean?
Honestly, I just feel like it shows that we're improving a lot. Being 14 new members on a team and learning to vibe with one another and how each other play, their style of play, and learning a whole new system. Honestly, I'm so proud of this team and how far we've come. Like, we've still got more time to go with each other, and we're only gonna go up from here. So it's like this is great.
I agree. It just shows we building, so don't sleep on us. 'Cause we coming.
Facts.
Coach Hall's, I'm sorry, did you So Coach Hall's theme this entire season has been execute, execute, execute. I'm pretty sure you guys might be tired of hearing that, but at the same time, you guys understand what that means.
Yeah.
So what did, in that fourth quarter, when you guys were, like I talked to you before, you were getting double teamed almost every play. You were in a situation where you dumped the ball off to the elder, and she got it in for an easy layup, which gave you guys momentum through the fourth quarter to stay in. And you with that big steal. Well, how does that tie into what the theme this season has been?
She's honestly drilled in us no plays off. You know, every possession we have, take care of the ball, and we use it to our advantage. We need to execute. And if you're not executing, that's basically a play off. You didn't take care of the ball. If you're not executing, if you're not going with pace, if you're not going hard, if you're not there's nothing. There's no point in you having the ball. It's basically a turnover. So I think with that being said, I think that carries over into playing a quarter, because that's been our motto now. Recently, it's been 4 quarters. Every quarter, show up and do something.
I feel like she's holding us accountable way more than what she did at the beginning. Like she putting on her grip on what we need to do and how we need to execute each play, so we don't take the plays off.
Yeah, just piggybacking on what they said, is just execute means like do what we talked about. Don't do something out of the ordinary, and just keep going.
Any other questions? Cool.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.